how's it going? I hope you are having a magical day. So in the countdown to my program, we are at 2 weeks from today when I check in, which is crazy because it feels like it was just September and I just got accepted. And I'm getting so excited, I can't wait. I just finished up doing my onboarding paperwork and I also selected my dorm's housing preferences and picked my roommate. So all that business stuff is taken care of, but we are getting to the exciting part where I start finding out stuff like my check-in time and my location and what I'm gonna be doing. So that is really awesome. I never realized how easy it was with children's activities, knowing, oh, I'm gonna be doing children's activities. And the question was just, which resort am I gonna be at? With this role with attractions, it's crazy because there's so many different things I could be doing. I could be doing pack, I could be doing a ride, I could be doing ushering a show, I think parking is even included in attractions, I'm not sure. Greeting, like so many different things that I could be doing in so many different places. And it's gonna be interesting being in a park too, because you know, last time I was in a resort, so going to the park I kind of felt like it was still vacation, but now, depending on which park I'm in, it will just kind of feel like I'm going to work. It'll still be fun, obviously, but it'll be like, well, this is also the place that I work, which is weird. So I'm getting very excited to find out that information, but I wanted to post a video for you guys while I am in the process of packing. Packing for the Disney College program, such a discussed topic. But I wanted to give you guys 4 things that not everyone thinks of when they're packing that are really, really handy to have. Last time on my program, I ended up wishing that I had these things and being really glad that I had some of these things because they're not things that you would necessarily think of to pack when you're just packing to move to a different place, but they are really, really handy for the apartments and the setting that we're going to be living in. So let's jump right in. The first thing that you're going to want to pack is clothes hangers. That seems obvious, but you don't really think about the fact that the housing does not come with clothes hangers. Your costumes will most likely come on their own clothing hangers, so you don't have to worry about those. But in the apartments, you are typically provided with a small end table with a couple of drawers, a dresser with, I believe, 6 drawers that you share with your roommate, or roommates, depending on how many of you there are in the room. You will also have a nice big closet with some shelving to put stuff on and also racks to hang clothing on. And it's nice to have a lot of hangers because then you don't have to worry about trying to get all your clothing into the dresser drawers. You can save your end table drawers for other important documents and stuff that you want to keep near your bed. You don't have to worry about trying to shove all your socks and stuff into those drawers. And it's just nice to hang a lot of your clothing, especially your business attire. You don't want that to get wrinkly. You want to just be hanging and looking nice all the time. And it's just nice to have clothes hangers because then you don't have to worry about trying to fit everything into the small dresser. The second item that you're going to want to bring is a lock or 2. These came in handy for a couple reasons. For one thing, housing does provide lockers for every person in the apartment, and it's really nice to have a lock for your locker because obviously you, I hope, trust all your roommates, but if you don't, that's one reason to have a lock. But also, your roommates could be bringing anybody into the apartment, and obviously it'd be nice to think that anybody who's going to come visit you is trustworthy and is not going to steal your things, but you never know. So it's always nice to have a locker to put your personal things in or anything you want to keep locked up, important documents, technology items, electronics, anything like that. And it's really good to have a locker for those lockers in your apartment. And it's also really nice to have a lock for your lockers at work. I believe that typically most of the locations allow you to use a locker in their location, and you know, there are some locations, like when I worked at Port Orleans last year, or any of the resorts really, the recreation teams typically had their own little space for all of their lockers. And for the most part, I was fine leaving mine unlocked because I trusted everyone that I worked with. But again, you never know, something could happen. A guest could somehow end up in there and look for your stuff and take your things, or one of your coworkers could turn out to not be so trustworthy. And in some of the places, they're in a big bank of lockers rather than just specifically for your team. So it is really nice to have a lock for those lockers as well, to keep your lunch, your backpack, your wallet, anything that you bring to work with you locked up. The next item that is very, very handy for you to have is extra cups. I know that sounds random, but hear me out. When I lived in an apartment with 7 other girls on my first program, even though the housing provides you with pots and pans, they provide you with dishware and utensils and glassware, you will always be running out of cups because it is Florida, it is hot, you're drinking a lot of fluids, and even if you have only 2 people in your apartment, you're going to go through cups pretty quickly. So it's always nice to have a couple of extra cups just so that you don't have to run the dishwasher every night. It's a little more environmentally friendly, and it's just not as much of a hassle to have some extra cups around. And the last thing that would be really, really good for you to bring is lots of different medicine. Again, this is for a couple different reasons. When I first moved down to Florida, I am from Michigan. I am from a very, very dry climate, not a very hot climate, and I moved down to Florida, which is wet and humid and very warm, and my body did not like it right away. I got sick, I think, within the first week of my program, and I had a couple of different bouts of sickness throughout the program, ranging from the common cold to laryngitis to a month of bronchitis, which was awful. It was absolutely awful. I never want to experience that again, especially while working at Disney. And also, you're going to be around a lot of guests and coworkers from different places. There are all kinds of different people that you're going to be meeting and talking to and shaking hands with and interacting with, and people bring all kinds of different germs from all over, and it is really good to just have a nice arsenal of meds so that way you can protect yourself, keep yourself healthy, and also you may be doing a job that your body is not used to. I did a lot of physical activity with children's activities last time, and my body was achy a lot. I was sore a lot from lifting and pushing and pulling heavy things, and ultimately it was nice to just be able to go in the medicine cabinet and find what I needed and not worry about trying to have to go out and buy anything, just having it right there so I could fix myself up again and be healthy to start working again. And those are the 4 things that I think are random but are nice to have with you on your Disney College program. I hope that this little packing video was helpful to you guys. It's a little bit different than the typical packing videos, which is why I figured it would be good to put out there, because not everybody thinks of these things. You know, these are things that you would never think that you would need, but it's really, really nice to have them at looking back on that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully be talking to you again before I leave for Florida. I think it would be awesome to let you guys know my location. So until then, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!